So we just kind of wanted to go over some of the grid setups to kind of give you a little bit of that. You can see here I'm on the demo areas down here on the Angular. But if you take a look at your options, when you set that to your scope variable is when it initializes it. And typically what you do is you see something like this. This is all the initialization parameters. Now, in our code, you probably see something pretty similar. What we do is instead of attaching this to the scope variable directly, which happens down right here. You see, this is where we kind of attach that. We have two kind of option variables that we usually set up. This is the temp options, and we go through and set this up. And then we also have another one, which we usually call something like this. This is the columns. So the reason why we don't just go like this usually, because that would be easy to come here and just put it into here, right? The reason is people can change their column width and their height and stuff like that. So you actually see when someone makes an event change, for example, if they hide a column, then we're sending something to the service to say that this column is now hidden, right? And that's why it's a little bit easier to come here, and we have this set up right here. These are the final options object. And Kendo Grid is actually an extension of bs.kendogrid, which is the TypeScript file, where we can send over the temp options columns that we set up right here, the temp options grid receipt line items, which would be the main set of options for the grid that we set up here. And then we can go ahead and send over, this is what we actually get back from the service if we go ahead and call get. So here we do this one that's called set. Let me go ahead and run this real quickly. But basically this is the options that we get back from the service as far as the format of the columns. Now if it's empty because they haven't saved anything, that takes this into account and just kind of combines these. But if it's not empty, then it kind of merges everything together and gives you your final options, which then you go ahead and attach. Let's see what we have here. This is running locally. Of course, you can do it on your side. So you're usually going to see a get grid options service, and whatever that returns is what you put there would be what you put kind of right there. Just taking a while, but yeah, if we go to find orders, you'll probably see a get grid options right here. You'll see this once it finishes loaded. It's a little slow because it's in debugger mode, but taking a while to load up all the assemblies, but almost there. Oh, so this is actually throwing in an error right now on different things. Oh, let's get reports. Get grid options. So every grid has these options. So this name is Find Orders Grid. So you can see this is the response, right? This would be the element. Sometimes this response is empty or null, but you don't have to worry about that if you just kind of attach that here. It will figure out how all these columns work and kind of attach it all together. So that's just kind of a brief overview of that.